Welcome to my channel, where knowledge meets stillness. Tonight, we begin a tranquil journey beneath the waves, exploring a vast, mysterious world that covers more than 70% of our planet. From ancient shipwrecks resting on the ocean floor, to creatures that glow in the dark and underwater mountains taller than any on land, the ocean holds wonders both beautiful and surprising. So lie back, breathe slowly, and let your mind drift like the gentle tides as we uncover the secrets of Earth's largest habitat. Whether you're here to relax, learn, or simply fall asleep, these calming stories and fascinating truths will guide you into a peaceful night. Let us begin our exploration of the history held within the deep. When you think of history, ancient ruins and artifacts usually come to mind on land. However, the ocean holds far more historical treasures beneath its surface than all the land combined. There are, in fact, more historical artifacts underwater than on land. Over thousands of years, countless ships have sunk, ports have been submerged, and entire cities have been lost to rising seas. Imagine the silence of these places, resting in the dark, protected by the weight of the water above. These underwater sites preserve artifacts in remarkable condition. This is because the low oxygen levels and stable temperatures of the deep prevent the natural process of decay. In the Mediterranean, for example, sunken Roman cargo ships lie as they did 2,000 years ago, their clay jars and stone anchors still visible on the seabed. Further east, the submerged city of Pavlopetri in Greece remains one of the oldest known underwater cities. A ghost of a civilization resting in the sand. Modern technology is finally allowing us to see these hidden worlds. Sonar mapping and underwater robots are helping archaeologists uncover these hidden time capsules, revealing vast chapters of human history that have remained concealed for centuries beneath the waves. As we drift deeper into the blue, we realize that the ocean is not just a body of water, it is a silent witness to our past. It is the planet's last great frontier, holding countless unknowns that may reshape our understanding of biology, geology, and climate. Even now, scientists estimate that over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored and unmapped. Imagine the vast unexplored territories, the deep trenches, the underwater mountain ranges, and the abyssal plains that remain mysterious and poorly understood. The deeper we go, the higher the pressure becomes. In the Mariana Trench, the deepest known point in the world, the pressure exceeds 1,000 times the pressure at the surface. It is a hostile environment, yet even there, unique life forms thrive. The ocean is the most biologically diverse habitat on Earth. From microscopic plankton to the giant blue whale, its biodiversity spans countless ecosystems, coral reefs, kelp forests, and deep-sea vents. More species live in the ocean than on land, and many remain undiscovered. As the gentle rhythm of the tides lulls you further into relaxation, think of the silent treasure of gold dissolved in the water. The world's oceans hold about 20 million tons of dissolved gold, which is more than all the gold ever mined on land. It is invisible to the naked eye, spread thinly throughout the sea, a hidden wealth that reminds us of the ocean's immense and untapped potential. Beneath the waves lies an underwater world shaped by vast mountain ranges. The mid-ocean ridges form a continuous chain that circles the globe, over 65,000 kilometers long, much longer than the Andes or the Himalayas. These mountains are sites of tectonic activity, where new oceanic crust forms as plates pull apart. They influence ocean currents, marine habitats, and even global geology. Breathe in the cool, salt air of your imagination. Feel the calm of the deep blue. The ocean produces over half of the world's oxygen. This vital role is mainly carried out by microscopic plants called phytoplankton. They use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen, supporting life on Earth. Our journey through the history of the deep is just beginning. For now, let the quiet vastness of the ocean settle softly in your mind. Remember, this immense life-filled world continues its slow dance beneath the surface. Full of mysteries we have yet to uncover. May the rhythm of the tides and the whisper of the currents lull you into a deep, restful sleep. Thank you for joining me on this calming exploration of the ocean's wonders. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the ocean's gentle embrace carry you peacefully through the night. The rhythm of the ocean is a cycle of renewal, a constant ebb and flow that has sustained life for billions of years. As you settle deeper into your bed, let your breathing match the slow, steady pulse of the underwater world. In this chapter, we explore a concept that seems to belong to the realm of myth, yet it exists in the cold, salt-laden currents of our oceans, biological immortality. Deep within the blue expanse lives a tiny creature. No larger than a fingernail, known as Turritopsis dohrnii, commonly called the immortal jellyfish. This translucent, delicate being has achieved what every other complex organism on Earth cannot. It can cheat death by reversing its own aging process. Imagine for a moment a world where time does not only move forward. When this jellyfish reaches old age, or faces extreme stress from injury or lack of food, it does not perish. Instead, it undergoes a miraculous transformation called transdifferentiation. Its existing cells transform into younger versions of themselves, essentially turning the adult jellyfish back into a polyp, its earliest life stage. It is as if a butterfly could decide to become a caterpillar again, or a bird could return to its egg. This cycle can theoretically repeat forever, allowing the jellyfish to live an endless sequence of lives. Floating through the vastness of time, unaffected by the natural decay that governs all other living things. As you listen to the silence of the deep, think about the incredible resilience required for such a feat. The immortal jellyfish reminds us that life is not always a straight line from beginning to end, but can be a circle, a loop of continuous becoming. The ocean is full of such wonders that challenge our understanding of biology. Beyond the jellyfish, there are other long-lived inhabitants of the deep. Consider the Greenland shark, a silent giant that glides through the freezing waters of the North Atlantic. These sharks can live for over 400 years, some swimming today may have been born before the invention of the telescope. They move slowly, their hearts beating once every few seconds, as they witness the passing of centuries in the cold dark. The secret to their longevity lies in the stillness of their environment. The cold temperatures slow down their metabolism, allowing them to grow at a pace that seems frozen in time. There is a profound peace in their existence, reminder that haste is not a requirement for a long and meaningful life. Further down, on the ocean floor, glass sponges can live for thousands of years. Their intricate skeletons, made of silica, act as silent monuments to the passage of eras. They filter the water with a patience that spans millennia, undisturbed by the storms that rage on the surface. As we contemplate these ancient beings, let your mind wander through the layers of the ocean. Feel the weight of the water as a protective blanket, shielding these secrets from the frantic pace of the world above. The ocean is a sanctuary of longevity, a place where life takes its time. In the deep, even the smallest organisms contribute to the balance of the planet. Microscopic life forms, drifting in the currents, are the foundation of everything we know. They do not seek to be seen, they simply exist, fulfilling their role in the grand design of the sea. Everything in the ocean is connected. The immortal jellyfish, the ancient shark, and the silent sponge, all share the same water, the same currents, the same ancient home. They teach us about the power of adaptation, and the beauty of persistence. Close your eyes and visualize the jellyfish, pulsing gently in the dark blue light, its bell expanding and contracting with effortless grace. It does not fear the future, for it carries its past within its cells, ready to start anew whenever the world demands it. Let this thought of renewal bring you comfort. Just as the jellyfish can reset its clock, your mind can let go of the day's worries, resetting itself for a new tomorrow. The ocean's depths are a place of rest, of healing, and of infinite patience. As you drift closer to sleep, remember that you are part of this great, interconnected world. The same elements that flow through the ocean flow through you. You are safe, you are calm, and you are at peace. The whispers of the deep will continue to guard these mysteries while you rest. The ocean never sleeps, but it offers a cradle for those who do. May your dreams be as vast and serene as the sea. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of biological wonder. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the stillness of the deep carry you through the night. Welcome back to our journey, through the silent blue. Tonight, we let our minds wander across a landscape that few will ever see with their own eyes, a world of hidden giants and liquid wealth. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, imagine the surface of the water as a veil, slowly lifting to reveal the true face of our planet. We often look to the sky to find the world's highest peaks, but the Earth's most dramatic geography lies far beneath the waves. Deep under the surface, there is a mountain range so vast it dwarfs the Himalayas and the Andes. The mid-ocean ridge is a continuous chain of volcanic mountains that wraps around the globe like the seams on a baseball, stretching for over 65,000 kilometers. It is the longest mountain range on Earth, and most of it is hidden in total darkness. Imagine drifting over these jagged summits, peaks that rise thousands of meters from the abyssal plains, yet never reach the sunlight. Here, the Earth is alive, pulsing with the heat of molten rock as tectonic plates slowly pull apart, creating new crust and shaping the very foundations of our world. In this stillness, there is a sense of ancient power, reminder that the Earth is constantly renewing itself in the quiet depths. As we travel further into the deep, we encounter the true giants of the abyss. In the Pacific Ocean, there is a place called the Mariana Trench, a scar in the Earth's crust so deep that if you placed Mount Everest at its bottom, the peak would still be covered by over 2 kilometers of water. The silence there is absolute. The pressure is immense, and yet, in that crushing weight, there is a profound sense of stability, a peace that has remained undisturbed for millions of years. But the ocean does not only hide mountains of stone. It holds a secret treasure within every drop of its water. Imagine the shimmering light of gold, not buried in a mine or locked in a vault, but dissolved, invisible, and flowing through the currents. Scientists estimate that there are approximately 20 million tons of gold suspended in the world's oceans. If we could extract all this gold, every person on Earth could have about 9 pounds of it. But the ocean guards its wealth well. The gold is spread so thinly, in such tiny concentrations, that it remains a part of the water itself, a ghost of a fortune drifting across the globe. It is a beautiful thought, that as you walk along a beach or swim in the surf, you are surrounded by a liquid treasure that belongs to no one and everyone at the same time. Let your mind rest on this idea of abundance. The ocean is a reservoir of everything life needs, and more. Beyond gold, it carries silver, copper, and rare minerals, all cycling through the great conveyor belt of ocean currents. The movement of this water is like the heartbeat of the planet. Heat from the sun and the saltiness of the water drive a global circulation system, a slow-moving river that takes 1,000 years to complete a single circuit around the world. As you lie still, imagine yourself part of this slow, purposeful journey. Moving from the freezing poles to the warm tropics, carrying life and energy to every corner of the earth. The ocean's peaks and valleys influence these currents, just as the wind is shaped by the mountains on land. Deep-sea corals cling to the sides of underwater volcanoes, feeding on the nutrients brought by the rising tides. These seamounts are oases in the desert of the deep sea, gathering life around them in a vibrant dance of survival and stillness. Think of the vastness of this space. Over 80% of this underwater world remains unmapped. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the floor of our own ocean. There are canyons deeper than the Grand Canyon, and waterfalls under the sea that are taller than any on land. The Denmark Strait Cataract, an underwater waterfall between Iceland and Greenland, drops cold water down nearly 3.5 kilometers. 3 times the height of the tallest land waterfall. The scale is hard to comprehend, but you don't need to understand it all tonight. You only need to feel the vast, cool peace of it. The ocean is a place where time slows down, where the heavy things of the world are made weightless, and where the invisible becomes the most important. As you drift closer to sleep, visualize the golden particles shimmering in the deep blue light, moving in perfect harmony with the tides. You are safe in this knowledge that the world is much larger, much deeper, and much wealthier than it appears on the surface. Let the weight of your body sink into the bed, just as a grain of sand sinks slowly through the water, heading for a place of perfect rest on the ocean floor. The peaks are silent, the rivers of gold are calm, and the world is at peace. May your dreams be filled with the quiet majesty of the hidden earth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the invisible. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the stillness of the deep carry you through the night. Welcome back to the stillness of the deep. Tonight, we turn our attention to the minds that dwell within the blue. In the quiet expanse of the ocean, intelligence takes many forms, some familiar, and some so alien they challenge our very definition of thought. Breathe slowly, and let the weight of your body be supported by the earth, as we drift into the world of marine wisdom. The ocean is not a lonely place, it is a vast social network. Filled with communication, problem-solving, and deep emotional bonds. Consider the sea otter, floating effortlessly in the kelp forests. These clever creatures are among the few animals on Earth that use tools. They carry a favorite stone in a special pocket of skin under their forelegs, using it as an anvil to crack open tough shells. There is a focused calm in their movements, a practical intelligence that has been passed down through generations. As we move from the sunlit surface to the deeper waters, we encounter the cetaceans, dolphins and whales, whose brains are among the most complex in the animal kingdom. Dolphins do not just swim, they communicate using a sophisticated system of clicks and whistles. Recent studies suggest they even use unique, signature whistles, which act much like human names, addressing one another individually in the vast, open water. Imagine the sense of belonging in a dolphin pod, where every individual is known, and no one is ever truly alone. They work together, they play, and they show a level of empathy that resonates through the currents. Let that feeling of connection soothe your mind, as you realize that even in the vastness of the sea, there is recognition and care. Deeper still, we find the great sperm whales, the giants of the abyss. These magnificent beings possess the largest brains ever known to have existed on our planet. They spend their lives in a world of sound, using echolocation to navigate the total darkness of the deep. But they also speak to one another in rhythmic patterns called codas. Different clans of sperm whales have different dialects, distinct ways of speaking that mark their cultural identity. They share knowledge, they babysit for one another. And they form lifelong friendships that span the entire globe. Imagine a sperm whale resting vertically in the water, suspended in a dreamlike state, a giant of the sea at perfect peace, floating in the silence. And then, there is the octopus, the genius of the invertebrates. An octopus does not have a single central brain like we do, instead, its intelligence is distributed throughout its body, with 2/3 of its neurons located in its arms. Each arm can think for itself, exploring, tasting, and solving puzzles independently. The octopus is a master of disguise, changing its color and texture in a fraction of a second to match its surroundings. It can navigate mazes, open jars, and even play. It is a reminder that intelligence can look very different from our own, yet be just as effective and profound. In the shifting shadows of the reef, the octopus moves with a calculated grace. A solitary thinker in a changing world. As the tides pull gently at your consciousness, think of the wisdom held in the collective memory of the sea. Humpback whales sing songs that can last for 20 minutes, melodies that change and evolve over years across entire oceans. These songs are not just for survival, they are a form of culture, a shared history expressed in sound. Listen to the imaginary echo of those songs in your mind. Low, vibrating tones that travel hundreds of miles through the water. They carry the weight of the ancient past, and the hope of the future. The ocean is a library of stories, told in whistles, clicks, and songs. The creatures of the deep teach us that intelligence is not just about logic, it is about connection and adaptation. It is about finding a way to thrive in a world that is always in motion. As you drift toward sleep, let go of the need to solve every problem. Trust in your own inner wisdom, just as the inhabitants of the sea trust in their instincts and their communities. The water is warm, the currents are gentle, and the minds of the deep are at rest. You are safe in this quiet world, protected by the vastness of the knowledge that surrounds you. Visualize a mother whale and her calf, gliding slowly through the blue, their movements synchronized. Their hearts beating in time with the ocean's pulse. There is no rush, there is only the present moment, and the peace that comes from being exactly where you are meant to be. Let the songs of the whales become a lullaby for your soul. The intelligent deep is guarding its secrets, and it is inviting you to rest. May your dreams be filled with the quiet understanding of the sea. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the minds beneath the waves. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the wisdom of the deep carry you through the night. The sun is a distant memory. As we descend further into the deep, we leave behind the golden rays of the surface, and enter a realm of perpetual twilight, and eventually, absolute darkness. But do not be afraid of the dark, for the ocean has found a way to create its own stars. Breathe in the cool, silent air of the abyss, and let your mind be illuminated by the soft, cold glow of bioluminescence. In the deep ocean, light is a language, a tool, and a miracle of chemistry. Over 75% of deep-sea creatures are capable of producing their own light. Imagine drifting through a liquid galaxy, where every movement creates a trail of shimmering blue and green sparks. This is not magic, it is a biological reaction called bioluminescence, where a molecule called luciferin reacts with oxygen to create light without heat. It is a cold light, a calm light, perfectly suited for the stillness of the deep. As you lie still, visualize the sea sparkle, caused by tiny organisms called dinoflagellates. Near the surface, when the water is disturbed by a passing boat or a breaking wave, these microscopic beings light up in a brilliant neon blue. It is as if the stars from the sky have fallen into the water, dancing with the rhythm of the tides. Feel the tranquility of this glow, a silent firework display that requires no sound, only motion. Deeper down. In the midnight zone, the light becomes more purposeful. Consider the anglerfish, floating motionless in the dark. It carries a glowing lure at the end of a long filament, a tiny lantern that pulses gently to attract curious prey. In this world of shadows, a single spark can mean the difference between hunger and a feast. But there is no frantic energy here, only a patient, luminous wait. The jellyfish of the deep are perhaps the most beautiful of all the light-bearers. The Atala jellyfish, when threatened, releases a circular flash of light that looks like a spinning blue alarm. It is meant to attract even larger predators to eat whatever is bothering it. Burglar alarm made of light. Imagine its translucent body pulsing with rhythmic waves of sapphire, expanding and contracting in the velvet blackness. It is a dance of survival performed in the most elegant way possible. Light is also used for camouflage, a concept called counterillumination. Some squid and fish have light-producing organs on their undersides. They adjust the intensity of their glow to match the faint light coming from the surface, effectively erasing their silhouette from predators lurking below. They become invisible, blending perfectly into the background of the ocean. There is a profound lesson in this. Sometimes the best way to find peace is to simply blend with the environment, to let go of the ego and become part of the whole. As the gentle currents of sleep begin to wash over you, think of the Milky Seas phenomenon. Large areas of the ocean, sometimes as big as a small country, can glow with a steady, uniform white light for days at a time. This is caused by billions of glowing bacteria living together in harmony. Sailors throughout history have described sailing through these glowing waters as if they were moving through clouds or snow, a surreal and peaceful journey where the horizon disappears into a soft, white haze. The colors of the deep sea lights are mostly blue and green, because these colors travel the furthest through water. Red light is almost never seen, except by a few rare predators that have developed night vision to see the red-colored prey that think they are invisible. But for the most part, the deep is a world of emerald and sapphire, soothing colors that calm the nervous system and invite the mind to rest. Imagine yourself floating in this liquid space. Every time you blink, a new spark of light appears in the distance. It is a slow-motion light show, unpredictable yet rhythmic. The pressure of the deep water acts as a gentle embrace, and the glowing lights are like nightlights guiding you into a dream. There is no noise here, only the silent flicker of life. The creatures of the dark do not struggle against their environment, they illuminate it. They take the darkness and turn it into something beautiful. As you prepare for sleep, take this thought with you. Whatever shadows may be in your mind, you have the inner light to navigate through them. Breathe in the tranquility, breathe out the tension. The ocean floor is miles below, the surface is miles above. You are suspended in a world of living stars, where the light is soft, and the peace is absolute. Visualize the glowing trails of a deep-sea squid as it glides past, leaving a fading wake of sparks. Follow that light with your mind's eye, until it slowly dissolves into the dark. And you dissolve into sleep. The bioluminescent deep is a sanctuary, a place where life finds a way to shine even in the absence of the sun. You are part of this shining world, safe, calm, and ready for rest. May your dreams be illuminated by the softest glows of the ocean. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the light in the dark. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the glowing wonders of the deep carry you through the night. Welcome back to the embrace of the deep. Tonight, we contemplate the ocean not as a collection of separate seas, but as a single, living, breathing organism, a vast system of circulation that acts as the very heart of our planet. Close your eyes, let your breath slow down, and imagine the massive, unseen rivers that flow within the ocean, moving silently across the globe. This movement is known as the global conveyor belt. A constantly moving system of deep ocean circulation driven by temperature and salinity. It is a journey of epic proportions, a slow-motion pulse that dictates the climate of every continent. Heat from the sun at the equator warms the surface waters, while near the poles, the water becomes cold, salty, and dense, sinking deep into the abyss to begin a journey that will take 1,000 years to complete. Imagine yourself as a single drop of water, beginning your voyage in the North Atlantic. You sink into the darkness, flowing south along the ocean floor, past the sunken ruins we explored before, moving with a quiet, unstoppable purpose. You travel past Antarctica, picking up more cold, nutrient-rich water, before finally rising again in the Indian and Pacific Oceans, years and years later. There is a profound patience in this movement. The ocean does not rush. It understands that all things happen in their own time. As you lie in the stillness of your room, let this sense of timelessness settle over you. You are part of a world that operates on a scale far beyond the frantic pace of daily life. The conveyor belt is steady, reliable, and eternal. This global heart does more than just move water, it sustains life in every breath we take. The ocean produces over half of the world's oxygen. It is the great lung of the earth, filled with microscopic plants called phytoplankton. These tiny beings, invisible to the naked eye, use the sun's energy to turn carbon dioxide into the very air we breathe. For every 2 breaths you take, 1 comes from the sea. Feel the gratitude in that connection. With every slow inhale, you are breathing in the gift of the ocean, a cycle of life that connects the deepest trench to the highest mountain peak. The ocean also acts as a massive heat sponge, absorbing the sun's intensity and distributing it across the globe, preventing the tropics from getting too hot and the poles from getting too cold. It is the regulator, the balancer, the great mother that keeps the conditions for life perfect. As the currents drift through your mind, think of the nutrients being carried along this conveyor belt. Deep, cold water rises to the surface in a process called upwelling, bringing minerals and food from the seafloor up to the sunlit zones. This creates oases of life where millions of fish and marine mammals gather to feast. It is a constant renewal, a gift from the deep to the surface. In this world of moving water, there is no beginning and no end, only a continuous loop, a circle of existence. Just as the ocean's heart beats for the planet, your heart beats in rhythm with the universe. You are safe. You are supported, and you are held by the same laws of nature that govern the tides. The ocean's surface might be tossed by storms, but the deep conveyor belt remains untouched. Down in the cold, dark depths, the movement is calm and constant. Let your inner self find that same depth. Beneath the surface thoughts and worries of the day, there is a place in you that is as steady and peaceful as the deep sea currents. Visualize the great map of these blue rivers, swirling around Africa, curving past the Americas, weaving through the islands of the Pacific. It is a beautiful, intricate dance of physics and chemistry, a masterpiece of planetary engineering. As you move closer to the edges of sleep, let the weight of the water relax your muscles. Every part of you is heavy and warm, sinking into the comfort of your bed. Like a sediment settling on the ocean floor after a long journey. The heart of the planet is beating, slow and steady, keeping the world in balance while you rest. There is nothing you need to do. Nowhere you need to go. The currents will carry the world forward. The phytoplankton will continue to breathe, and the great conveyor belt will keep its 1,000-year promise. You are a passenger on a magnificent, silent voyage. Breathe in the stillness. Breathe out the day. The ocean is watching over the earth, and it is time for you to drift into the deep. May your dreams be as vast and rhythmic as the global tides. Thank you for joining me in this contemplation of the planet's heart. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the eternal currents of the deep carry you through the night. Welcome back to the embrace of the deep. Tonight, we contemplate the ocean not as a collection of separate seas, but as a single, living, breathing organism, a vast system of circulation that acts as the very heart of our planet. Close your eyes, let your breath slow down, and imagine the massive, unseen rivers that flow within the ocean, moving silently across the globe. This movement is known as the global conveyor belt. A constantly moving system of deep ocean circulation driven by temperature and salinity. It is a journey of epic proportions, a slow-motion pulse that dictates the climate of every continent. Heat from the sun at the equator warms the surface waters, while near the poles, the water becomes cold, salty, and dense, sinking deep into the abyss to begin a journey that will take 1,000 years to complete. Imagine yourself as a single drop of water. Beginning your voyage in the North Atlantic. You sink into the darkness, flowing south along the ocean floor, past the sunken ruins we explored before, moving with a quiet, unstoppable purpose. You travel past Antarctica, picking up more cold, nutrient-rich water, before finally rising again in the Indian and Pacific Oceans, years and years later. There is a profound patience in this movement. The ocean does not rush. It understands that all things happen in their own time. As you lie in the stillness of your room, let this sense of timelessness settle over you. You are part of a world that operates on a scale far beyond the frantic pace of daily life. The conveyor belt is steady, reliable, and eternal. This global heart does more than just move water, it sustains life in every breath we take. The ocean produces over half of the world's oxygen. It is the great lung of the earth, filled with microscopic plants called phytoplankton. These tiny beings, invisible to the naked eye, use the sun's energy to turn carbon dioxide into the very air we breathe. For every 2 breaths you take, 1 comes from the sea. Feel the gratitude in that connection. With every slow inhale, you are breathing in the gift of the ocean, a cycle of life that connects the deepest trench to the highest mountain peak. The ocean also acts as a massive heat sponge, absorbing the sun's intensity and distributing it across the globe, preventing the tropics from getting too hot and the poles from getting too cold. It is the regulator, the balancer, the great mother that keeps the conditions for life perfect. As the currents drift through your mind, think of the nutrients being carried along this conveyor belt. Deep, cold water rises to the surface in a process called upwelling, bringing minerals and food from the seafloor up to the sunlit zones. This creates oases of life where millions of fish and marine mammals gather to feast. It is a constant renewal, a gift from the deep to the surface. You are supported, and you are held by the same laws of nature that govern the tides. The ocean's surface might be tossed by storms, but the deep conveyor belt remains untouched. Down in the cold, dark depths, the movement is calm and constant. Let your inner self find that same depth. Beneath the surface thoughts and worries of the day, there is a place in you that is as steady and peaceful as the deep-sea currents. Visualize the great map of these blue rivers, swirling around Africa, curving past the Americas, weaving through the islands of the Pacific. It is a beautiful, intricate dance of physics and chemistry, a masterpiece of planetary engineering. As you move closer to the edges of sleep, let the weight of the water relax your muscles. Every part of you is heavy and warm, sinking into the comfort of your bed. Like a sediment settling on the ocean floor after a long journey. The heart of the planet is beating, slow and steady, keeping the world in balance while you rest. There is nothing you need to do. Nowhere you need to go. The currents will carry the world forward. The phytoplankton will continue to breathe, and the great conveyor belt will keep its 1,000-year promise. You are a passenger on a magnificent, silent voyage. Breathe in the stillness. Breathe out the day. The ocean is watching over the earth, and it is time for you to drift into the deep. May your dreams be as vast and rhythmic as the global tides. Thank you for joining me in this contemplation of the planet's heart. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the eternal currents of the deep carry you through the night. Welcome back to the deepest reaches of our journey. Tonight, we leave behind the familiar world of sunlight and photosynthesis, descending to the very floor of the ocean, where the Earth's crust is thin and the inner fire of the planet breaks through. Close your eyes, feel the cool, heavy silence of the abyss, and imagine a place where life thrives in total darkness, fueled not by the sun, but by the raw chemistry of the earth itself. For a long time, scientists believed that all life on Earth required sunlight to survive. But in 1977, deep-sea explorers discovered something that changed our understanding of biology forever: hydrothermal vents. These are essentially underwater geysers, located along the mid-ocean ridges where tectonic plates pull apart. Superheated water, reaching temperatures of over 400 degrees Celsius, erupts from the seafloor, carrying a rich soup of minerals and chemicals from deep within the earth. As you lie still, visualize these towering structures, known as black smokers, because the minerals they release look like billowing clouds of dark smoke in the freezing water. It is a world of extremes. The water inside the vents is hot enough to melt lead, while the water just a few centimeters away is near freezing. The pressure is immense, enough to crush a modern submarine like a soda can. And yet, in this hostile environment, life is not just present, it is flourishing. Instead of plants, the foundation of this ecosystem is bacteria. These remarkable microscopic beings perform a process called chemosynthesis, converting the toxic chemicals from the vents, such as hydrogen sulfide, into energy. They are the sons of the deep sea, providing the spark of life that supports an entire community of strange and beautiful creatures. Imagine the giant tube worms, some reaching lengths of over 2 meters, swaying gently in the mineral-rich currents. They have no mouths or stomachs. Instead, they host billions of bacteria within their bodies, in a perfect partnership that has lasted for millions of years. Their bright red plumes, filled with hemoglobin to capture oxygen, contrast beautifully with the dark, rocky floor. There is a slow, rhythmic grace to their movement, a testament to the persistence of life in the most unlikely places. As the currents of sleep pull at your mind, think of the yeti crabs, covered in silky, white fur-like bristles that host even more bacteria. They dance around the vents, waving their arms to ensure their bacterial gardens receive enough nutrients. And the pale, ghost-like fish that glide through the darkness, their bodies adapted to the crushing weight of the miles of water above them. They move with a quiet economy, wasting no energy, existing in a state of perpetual calm. The deep sea also holds the secrets of underwater volcanoes. When these giants erupt, they create entirely new landscapes, new habitats for pioneering species. Life here is a constant cycle of destruction and rebirth. When a vent eventually plugs up and stops flowing, the community around it slowly fades, only for a new one to spring up miles away at a fresh vent. This tells us that life is not static, it is a journey, always finding a new way to begin. Consider the immortal potential of these environments. Some scientists believe that life on Earth may have actually begun at these deep-sea vents, billions of years ago. Protected from the chaos of the surface by the vast shield of the ocean. This thought brings a sense of ancient security. The deep ocean has been a safe harbor for life since the very beginning, and it continues to be a place of undisturbed peace. Feel the stillness of the abyssal plains, thousands of meters below the waves. Away from the heat of the vents, the ocean floor is a vast, quiet desert of fine silt, where sea cucumbers and brittle stars move with agonizing slowness. Every movement is deliberate, every moment is part of a grander, slower timescale. In this world, there is no rush, no deadline, only the eternal now. Let this slow pace influence your own thoughts. Your mind is like the deep sea, vast, quiet, and capable of supporting life even in the dark. Whatever pressures you feel in your daily life, they are distant here. The weight of the water above you is not a burden, but a protective blanket, keeping the world's noise far away. Visualize the soft glow of the minerals as they settle on the seafloor, like snow in a silent forest. Everything is covered in a layer of tranquility. The tube worms sway, the vents pulse with the earth's inner warmth, and the darkness is a comfort. As you drift toward sleep, remember that the same earth that creates these magnificent wonders is the same earth that supports you. You are resilient, you are strong, and you have the inner warmth to thrive in any environment. The giants of the deep are at rest. The fires of the earth are burning low and steady, and the ocean is calm. You are safe in the heart of the abyss, tucked away from the world. May your dreams be as profound and enduring as the life at the extremes. Thank you for joining me on this descent into the deepest mysteries of our planet. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the stillness of the deep vents carry you through the night. Welcome back to the embrace of the blue. Tonight, we let ourselves be carried by the pulse of the sea, the invisible forces that move the world's waters in a rhythmic, eternal dance. Close your eyes, breathe in the cool, salt-tinged air of your imagination, and feel the gentle sway of the tides, as if the entire planet is being rocked to sleep. The ocean is never truly still, but its movement is not one of chaos, it is one of order, of cycles, and of deep, resonant harmony. The most powerful of these rhythms is the tide, a phenomenon driven by the silent, gravitational pull of the moon, and the sun, as they move through the heavens. Imagine the moon hanging silver and high in the night sky, its invisible fingers reaching down to the surface of the earth, lifting the vast weight of the oceans toward it. This is the breath of the planet. As the tides rise and fall, the ocean inhales and exhales across every shoreline, flooding the marshes, filling the rock pools, and then slowly receding, leaving behind treasures for the curious. There is a profound reliability in this cycle, a promise kept for billions of years. No matter what happens in the world of men, the tides will turn, and the water will return to the sea. As you lie in the stillness of your bed, let your breathing match this tidal rhythm. Inhale as the water flows in, warm and shallow over the sand. Exhale as it pulls back into the deep, cool and steady. You are part of this celestial clockwork, governed by the same gravity that keeps the stars in their places. Below the surface, the rhythms take a different form. Sound travels 4 times faster in water than it does in air, and much, much further. In the deep ocean, there is a layer of water known as the Sofar Channel, where sound can travel for thousands of miles without losing its strength. It is a vast, liquid highway for communication. Imagine the song of a humpback whale, a series of low, vibrating moans and high, haunting whistles. These songs are complex and beautiful, changing from year to year, traveling across entire ocean basins to reach a listener on the other side of the world. Think of the patience required to sing into such a vast space, and the stillness required to hear it. The ocean is a cathedral of sound, and the songs of the whales are its hymns. Even the waves have a rhythm that speaks of distant places. A wave breaking on a beach today may have been born thousands of miles away in a storm in the Southern Ocean. It has traveled for days, across the open blue, carrying the energy of the wind and the history of the deep. As it finally reaches the shore and dissolves into white foam, it releases that energy back into the earth, and returns to the source. There is a peace in this repetition. Every wave is different, yet every wave is the same. They remind us that everything in life is a transition, movement from one state to another, and that there is beauty in letting go, and starting again. Visualize the deep sea currents we spoke of before, moving like slow, massive rivers through the darkness. They are the silent, steady heartbeat of the global conveyor belt, bringing oxygen to the depths and life to the surface. They do not struggle, they simply flow, according to the laws of temperature and salt. As you move closer to the edge of sleep, think of the biorhythms of the sea creatures. Millions of tiny organisms, from plankton to deep-sea fish, participate in the largest migration on Earth every single day. The ideal vertical migration. As the sun sets, they rise from the dark depths to the surface to feed under the cover of night, and as the sun rises, they sink back down to the safety of the abyss. This massive upward and downward movement is a silent parade, a heartbeat of life that pulses with the light of the day. It is a reminder that we all have our times for activity, and our times for rest. Night has fallen now, and it is your time to descend into the safety of your own deep. Feel the weight of the water above you as a soft, heavy quilt, protecting you from the noise of the world. Everything is muffled, everything is calm. The only sounds are the distant echoes of the whale songs, and the slow, rhythmic thrum of the Earth's core. The ocean knows how to rest. Even in its deepest trenches, there is a state of equilibrium, a perfect balance. Let your mind find that same balance tonight. You have done enough. You have learned enough. Now, it is time to simply be, to float in the vastness of the blue. Visualize the silver path of the moon on the water's surface, leading toward the horizon. Follow that path with your mind, further and further away from the shore, until there is only the water and the sky, and the stars reflected in the mirror of the sea. The tides are turning. The currents are steady, and the ocean is singing you to sleep. You are safe. You are loved, and you are at peace. May your dreams be as rhythmic and serene as the eternal tides. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the ocean's silent music. Sleep well, stay curious, and let the rhythms of the deep carry you through the night. Welcome back to the final stage of our journey, through the silent, blue heart of our planet. As we have traveled from the sunlit surface to the darkest trenches, we have seen that the ocean is more than just water, it is a living history book, a biological miracle, and the very breath of the earth. Close your eyes now, feel the gentle weight of your blankets, and let the final ripples of our story wash over you. Tonight, we look toward the horizon and the legacy we leave for the generations to come. The ocean is a resilient giant, possessing a remarkable power to heal and renew itself, even when faced with the challenges of the modern world. In the stillness of the deep, there are signs of hope that remind us of nature's incredible ingenuity. One of the most fascinating discoveries of recent years involves tiny, microscopic heroes. Certain marine bacteria have shown a surprising ability to break down plastic materials. These invisible organisms produce specialized enzymes that can degrade plastics, turning them into smaller, less harmful components. While this natural process is slow, it represents a spark of biological hope, a sign that the ocean is working to clean itself, and that our scientific understanding can help harness these tiny wonders to protect the waves. As you breathe slowly, imagine the vast surface of the sea as a mirror, reflecting the clouds and the stars. This reflection is not just beautiful, it is essential. Depending on the angle of the sun and the condition of the waves, the ocean's surface acts as a regulator for the Earth's energy, reflecting sunlight back into space and helping to balance our global climate. Every wave that glimmers in the moonlight is playing its part in keeping the world at the perfect temperature for life to flourish. The ocean is also the planet's greatest carbon sink, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide and storing it deep in the abyss, away from the atmosphere. The seagrass meadows, the mangrove forests, and the tiny phytoplankton we met before, all work together in a silent, green alliance. This blue carbon is a vital shield, protecting the balance of our world while we sleep. Feel a sense of security in this vast system of protection. The ocean has looked after life for billions of years, and it continues to do so with ancient, quiet strength. There are now thousands of marine protected areas across the globe, underwater sanctuaries where fishing and industry are paused, allowing the reefs to recover, the fish populations to grow, and the silence to return. In these blue parks, nature is reclaiming its throne. Think of the whale populations that are slowly returning to their ancient migration routes. The coral fragments being replanted by hand in the shallows, and the technology that now allows us to track ocean health from the stars. We are beginning to see the ocean not as a resource to be taken, but as a masterpiece to be cherished. As our voyage beneath the waves comes to a close, let the quiet vastness of the ocean settle softly in your mind. You have traveled through time capsules of the past, met the immortal jellyfish, climbed invisible mountains, and listened to the songs of the great whales. The ocean is no longer a mystery to be feared, but a home to be remembered. Remember, this immense, life-filled world continues its slow dance beneath the surface, full of mysteries we have yet to uncover. There will always be more to explore, more to learn, and more beauty to find in the dark. But for tonight, your exploration is complete. Let the rhythm of the tides and the whisper of the currents be a lullaby that carries you into a deep, restorative sleep. Every muscle in your body is now heavy, every thought is like a bubble rising slowly to the surface and disappearing. You are floating in a state of perfect calm, held by the gentle embrace of the blue. Your journey has brought you back to the shore, where the water meets the sand in a soft, rhythmic hiss. The stars are bright above, the moon is pulling the tides, and the world is exactly as it should be. You are safe, you are at peace, and you are home. Thank you for joining me on this calming exploration of the ocean's wonders. If you found peace in our journey, please remember the stillness we shared. My Buy Me a Coffee link is Buy Me a Coffee link. And your support helps us continue to guard these quiet stories. Sleep well, stay curious, and until next time, let the ocean's gentle embrace carry you peacefully through the night. Good night, and sweet dreams.